In order to understand the opinions of the residents of Saugus and Revere, the Clarity Air Initiative has decided to personally seek testimonials of the residents pertaining to Saugus Wheelabrator Inc. These audio recordings are the testimonials of the residents of Saugus closest in proximity to the facility. This survey is the first in a series of community testimonials that will be gathered by the CTA initiative. We hope that these videos will be used to raise awareness about this matter and inspire open dialogue among the residents of Saugus and Revere.
It's noisy for sure. I know that they changed lanes and stuff over there, which made it actually dangerous over there for them coming in and out. I don't know how it affects us pollution-wise, but I would love to know more about that. I know that I do get newsletters and stuff, but I haven't really done a lot of research on it. I don't know what else it is. I don't know if what they do to us marsh has anything to do with it. Purposes like that. They basically take away our marsh, which is definitely not okay with me. And moving stuff other places. And that's really all I know about it. It's just a ton of noise when I come home at night. It's really
what time is that when you get at night?
Yeah, I work nights. So sometimes when I get home at 2 or so, it's just a noisy facility. And as far as traffic and stuff going in and out of there, I don't love it by any means.
How long have you lived here?
I've lived here since 2009.
2009.
With that marsh. That marsh was awesome to be off leash and whenever. I know they're taking sand from wherever I'm from other places and stuff like that. That I definitely appreciate. Now closed off that was a big part of me moving to this neighborhood, was to have an area to walk right down the street and go off leash and then have, which I thought was pollution free and stuff, so I'm not really sure how that affects us pollution wise either in this area.
He has hearing loss. There's other children in this area that have hearing loss. And my daughter, that's who lives here, firmly believes it has something to do with what's going on over there. So, I mean, what are the chances that you got 4 or 5 little children with hearing loss? Parents did everything right. Maybe it's affecting the water or something in the area. And then just the next street over, her little girl is 3, has the same hearing loss. What are the chances? If you notice, there's quite a few streets with different signs that deaf child lives here.
And in terms of noise pollution and the smell.
Oh, that drives you crazy. The noise. I think around the fall they burn a lot off, and I mean it's constant.
Yeah.
But what can you do? You can't fight City Hall. It's where you live, and you buy your house not knowing. And she's been diagnosed since she was little. And, so it just doesn't make sense. So we just think it has something to do with that.
Never cared for that place. I always wondered about the cancer thing. My son was 23. He got cancer. He's been living here since he was 4. And I heard people talk, there's a lot, a high cancer rate. This East Saugus. From, people that we know, But, yeah, I wish it wasn't there, but what are you going to do? My husband's been there all his life. He has lifelong friends and stuff. And, they all say pretty much the same thing, And they're very noisy.
I was born and raised here. I've been in and out. This is my mother's house. I'm 47 now. So most of my life I've been here.
Honestly, I really don't have I have a clue. I mean, when I was a kid, the ashes used to fly through the air, and that doesn't happen anymore, so I'm happy about that. We used to think it was snow when we were little. That's how much the ashes used to fly around. But, I mean, it smells sometimes. If you're driving down the road, you can smell it. I wish they would leave the marsh the way it is with the trees and the sand mountain there kind of blocks it, in my opinion. But I guess they're trying to get rid of the sand and make it back into a flat marsh the way it used to be. So I'm not too happy about that either. But I don't think that has anything to do with them, per se, but, the town itself. Yeah, I mean...
Found anybody in your family having any respiratory or health issues?
Honestly, there's people on this street and, the next street over. This guy died of lung cancer. My good friend's father died of lung cancer. Neither one of them smoked. But, not to say they didn't get a lot of secondhand smoke. I know he worked with GE. I don't know where he worked because he died when I was a young kid. My father died from cancer, but I think his was more from smoking. He was in the military, in the Navy, and he worked in the ship, so it could have, I think my mom seems to think it had something to do with that, where he was, back then they didn't have such great protection for, nuclear reactors and such, so. But, yeah, I always wondered if that contributed to, his dad's death and this guy's and my buddy's brother on Bristow Street. He had a huge tumor wrapped around his ribs and his lung, but he smoked a lot. In my opinion, he smoked a lot. So I would think
It's
that.
hard to tell.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things that, people do say that it's elevated in this area, but it's, there's a lot of other factors.
I guess I have some mixed feelings about it. I can't say that it actually bothers me. It's a necessity. It has to be someplace. I guess because I've recently been diagnosed with cancer, I have to wonder if that has had any effect on it. I know it seems like in this area, a lot of people do.
It's true.
So I don't know, I don't know if there is a way to tell or not. But it serves a purpose, and it's one of the necessary evils of life. I mean, I kind of even hate to put it that way. But what I do wish is because they do have that, like the reservation type thing, I wish it was more open to the public. I would love to get down there and walk. So I know school trips and stuff get to go down there. But it's a well-kept area, and I do appreciate that. I go down 107 and I see the mess, and that's the only thing that looks clean and decent on 107. Town should do something about that, both of them, Revere and Saugus. But beyond that, I can't say I have there's been maybe once or twice when they're like cleaning it, so you see the flame shooting out the top, you get a little scared, but
Yeah.
But no, it serves a purpose.
Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. I'm very sorry to hear about your health.
Thank you.
I
Thank
hope
you.
all goes well with that.
Yeah, well, fortunately, it's a type of tumors that they spread, but the thing is, they're very, takes a long time for them to develop. I started back in 2007, and it's taken this point and there were some removed at that point, so it's taken 8 years for more to develop.
But when I see the smokestacks and stuff coming out of there, I sit there like when I'm at the lights, and I wonder what exactly is coming out, but yeah, I'm not fond of living here because of that, basically, so, yeah.
Over the past 20 years, before they put all of the other scrubbers in, we fought them for over 10 years with all the soot that accumulated on cars in the pool area on a daily basis. There have been times when the noise, some kind of a drone, sounded like airplanes flying, would go on, and that was disturbing. Not too often, but it does happen. And of course I feel that this carcinogenic things coming from there. It has to be. We get it in everything we eat. Why not there? Right. So I don't know if it could be eliminated. What's it going to solve? It'll be something else. And it's not horrible. And I know they do things to compensate, with the young people and the schools and all. And that's very nice. As far as the plant, they do good things and they do bad things, and I think it just kind of evens up. The good things are they try to make it easier for people and the children. What can I say?
I've lived here for 23 years. I do think that it has caused damage to our lungs, our bronchial tubes, our whole system, having fresco, as we call it, here with all the fumes blowing. I know there's 3 of my family members that have asthma, including myself, countless neighbors, and also in the surrounding towns as well. So as much as they say they're good, they still have the pollutants that go into the air, and it does fall. That on top of the jet fumes could be a problem too.
Yeah, seems like there's no free lunch, You're gonna have to put up with something to get something else. I know the communities around here, they have a lot of trucks that go in there with their stuff and being burned. But how many tons of every week? Of
300
ash?
to 500 tons of ash
Per year?
per week.
Are you sure?
I am positive.
That's an awful lot. That's an awful lot of ash.
I'm positive.
Wow.
That's the numbers from the facility themselves.
My God. Not all. Yes,
So-
I noticed that, as far as, the windows get a little bit, when the wind is light and it's just right, you know what I mean? We get some of the, maybe some of the odor, a little bit of the smell from it.
Yeah.
And some additional dust around the, the glass around the house,
Yeah.
we have to,
Many years ago, 40 years ago, when they put the plant in, that was a real concern because they didn't have what they have now on the smokestacks.
Yeah.
Is they have these things called scrubbers, and
Right.
it contains the ash to keep it from coming out. The portion of the ash was called quote unquote actual fly ash.
what they got scrubbers
And
here,
it would
right?
come in. So now they have the scrubbers.
They got the scrubbers,
So
yeah.
since you've been here 12 years, they've had the scrubbers on.
Right.
But going back, 20 years, they didn't.
Right.
So
Right.
other families that lived in this area, they actually remember like their homes being coated,
I can imagine, yeah.
right?
Oh, yeah.
Like because there was nothing holding it down. So what happens is when they put the scrubbers in, they make the air cleaner, right? But
Right.
what happens to all that was going in the air is now going in the ash,
Right.
right? Because
Yeah.
it has to go somewhere. It still exists as a result of the burn.
Okay.
So
So it's going back into the ash and
Yeah.
into the landfill. Okay. So,
Yes.
Wow.
but they do test it, and they say that it's safe. So
Yeah.
we're just trying to get an idea of, what do the people really feel like in this area?
Right.
Is it a concern? Is it a bother? Or is it, hey, it's there,
Well,
So that's it.
if I smoked, I would worry more about that, really.
Yeah.
It's, what are you going to do? I mean, that's,
Yeah.
you got to go along with, what are you going to do? Go
Yeah.
along with the system as best you can.
It's messing up the air and the environment and the whole business, and it's been here forever. It's time to get rid of it.
And have you noticed like cancer, like higher rates of cancer around the neighborhood or among your friends or
Yeah,
family?
lots of people with cancer, and yeah, I don't know what causes it, but I'm sure that's a contributing factor.
Thank you.
About in general, as I realize that there has to be a solution to, where does waste go? What do we do with it? Where do we put it? Why? Whatever. I know that that is crucial, whether it be in Saugus or, across the U.S. or across the world. There has to be a place for it. This is where it sits in the middle of precious land and water. And for me, I say no. This is not where it belongs. I believe it's enough. It's enough. We have bared the burden. Do I want anybody else to bear it? Absolutely not. Because but we need to find ways, and we need to adhere to the ways that we know how to take care of our waste issue in a more economical way, certainly in a more, most important, in a more environmental way.